Hi guys, we're live. Come and join us for our watch along as we watch the qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix round 15 of the FIA Formula One World Championship. So yeah, we're live. It's qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix, and it looks like I'll probably be doing this by myself. But links in the video description anyway. If anyone does want to come on to the show for this hour of qualifying, I'll also put the link in the chat. Right. So it's the title's been decided. We know the title's been decided. We know second place is decided. All right, but in terms of the constructors championship, it's we know that's decided, obviously, with Mercedes. But the precious third place that's up for grabs due to Ferrari's problems this season is fought between 3 or 4 teams. And if you saw my thumbnail on this video, you will see that you've got Racing Point, McLaren, and Renault all fighting for that third spot. Even Ferrari are not actually that far off, with obviously with their performance in Turkey, but I don't think they're going to be challenging the likes of Racing Point, McLaren, and Renault unless something dramatic happens. In terms of news in the Grand Prix itself, they've been trying different Pirelli tyres, next year's Pirelli tyres, this weekend, because Pirelli have had to use practice sessions in this season because of obviously the pandemic and not being able to get proper track time to be able to develop the tyres for next year. So, and actually, it turned out Hamilton was the fastest on those tyres. So, my predictions have already been made. So yeah, like I said, if anyone wants to come on the chat, come on the show, you're more than welcome to. There is the link. Augustine, Kipo, nice to meet you. Vettel, you didn't have a bad Grand Prix, to be honest. Very good Grand Prix. It was very nice to see Vettel back on the podium. He's had a really tough season this season. We hope that next season with Aston Martin, he's some sort of form back like he did when he went to Ferrari. Obviously, his dream of winning with Ferrari has obviously not happened. But yeah, I fully respect him as a rival to Hamilton and as a driver. Right, very funny guy in the paddock, and a lot of people don't give him the credit he deserves, to be honest, because yes, Red Bull had an incredible run with their car, but Mark Webber was no slouch, and 2010 he didn't win that. He didn't lead that championship till in 2010 until that last after the last race, which is when you want to be leading next, you win the title. So, hi Marcus, nice to see you back in the chat. They're just rolling the F1 titles now. Yeah, give me your predictions. Did I watch F2? No, the feature race is after it. It should be after this. I believe. No, Mick Schumacher's in a very comfortable position for. He's in a very comfortable position to take the F2 championship. And it's the question I keep saying: if someone wins the F2 championship, should they get an automatic seat in Formula One or one of the top formulas? Because Nick de Vries didn't get one yet. Latifi got it. So yeah, there's that argument I want to keep raising because I think it's a very valid point. We got 2 Bahrain Grand Prix. We got the Bahrain Grand Prix, but because it's going to have to be named something different for the next race, as the regulations say, it's going to be called the Sakhir Bahrain next week. But the difference is that they're using the shorter circuit this for this Grand Prix, and then it happened 2 hours ago. Yeah, I was busy at the time. Sorry. So yeah, they've got the shortened circuit that we use pretty much every season, but the second race next week will use the longer section, which was only used in 2010 to start off the championship. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see that sort of layout again. But they really didn't end up using it because it was just a waste of time, because the track's good enough itself. It's a very abrasive surface as well, so you probably see more than one pit stop in the Grand Prix this tomorrow, because it's very harsh on its tyres. So, but Pirelli have gone with sort of the middle of the range of tyres they've got. So yeah, still no news about Perez and Red Bull. They're still keeping tight-lipped. I think Perez is really only hope is Red Bull, since I think Haas the seats are being made available for Mick Schumacher. I think he's definitely going to be in the Haas next season. Ilott second, Schumacher fourth. Well, that still plays into Schumacher's hands a bit, because he's 22 points in front, I believe. So yeah, he's still on course. But I think even if he did fail at the last hurdle, he would still get in the Haas team next season. It's going to happen. So, and that does mean we lose Grosjean and Magnussen from the grid. The K-Mag, who's known to be very, very, very aggressive in his defending, in his defensive driving. As Grosjean, I remember the start of his season with Renault, which was then Lotus. It didn't really. He had that massive accident in 2012 where he was actually banned for a race because of the seriousness of that accident, and it was down to his error and the amount of mistakes he made. But he's come from that as a better driver, and yeah, I think that it'd be a great shame to see Grosjean be lost in the grid. But unfortunately, there's only 20 spots in Formula One at the minute. They want to try and get more teams into it, but unfortunately, we ain't going to be able to do that until they cut the spending, which won't be till 2022. So until that time, not much is going to change. There's still a few aero changes for next year, but it's pretty much the same cars for next year. So yeah, that's why Ferrari are not going. Ferrari are not gonna. That's why Ferrari are not going to be able to challenge the likes of Mercedes and Red Bull as they have been in previous seasons, which they openly admitted they're stuck with this car until the new rules come in. As the session gets underway and George Russell comes out, the first driver out, Schumacher's strategy messed it up. Yeah, but like I said, he finished fourth, so that means eighth will be first, seventh will be second, sixth will be third, fifth will be fourth. Yeah, he'll start fifth in the next race because they do the reverse grid for the sprint race. So I still feel that in that it doesn't have to be too aggressive, I would say. Especially if Ilott, who's probably missed out on his championship chance. Depends where Schwartzman actually finishes, actually. if I can look at the table, I'll find that table now. So actually, I'll find it on here and I can share the screen. That's if this computer wants to work. Right. So I'll just quickly share this. It's not the greatest. Driver's standings. There. So yeah, Schumacher is still on 203 points. This is after, I think, the last race. Yeah, this is after the last race that has just happened. So you've got, it's clearly between Arlott and Schumacher, and yeah, Schumacher's still got a 12 point lead. So yeah, with with a sprint race and then next weekend to go. So, well, actually, no, actually, I think, have they got another race after this? Calendar. No, it will conclude. It does conclude after this. No, it'll be next weekend. So they got next weekend's results race, not finishing Abu Dhabi as it has done before. So they've got one more Grand Prix after this, but yeah, it's still Schumacher's to lose. Steve, not well. I think I've got something wrong in my head. I feel sad. I've got. Oh, I hope things get better, mate. I hope things get. They like find something to help. And yeah. If I can cheer up in any way with this commentary on qualifying, then then I'm happy. I'm helping. So yeah, best wishes to you, and hope you that gets sorted as soon as possible. Right. So we shouldn't feel sad. I mean, Hamilton's world champion, isn't he? So you know. But Verstappen having a little problem with his DRS system earlier this evening in FP3, but then that car is very low. The amount of sparks coming off the bottom of the floor very wide into turn 4. That car has really been designed to at an angle. It's really the Red Bull do this a lot. They angle their car, so that's the front and that's the rear. So in terms of its ride height, and what it does, it makes the car skirt across the floor a lot more, because the closer you can get to the floor, the faster the air it goes through, and the faster the air, the more downforce you get. So the more the car sticks to the road. So that's why they design it like that with it. But yeah, so that's why at night you really see the a lot of work from the Red Bull in terms of in terms of in terms of the bottom of the car. But as he comes down the last corner, a little bit out of a bit of a messy lap there from Verstappen, I'd say 1:28.2. So yeah, to be honest, that was so low, that car, it looked like the front wing was coming off. But then it is in a lot better state than what Albon's car was after FP2, and a massive accident out of the last corner where actually Verstappen had to correct it, but Albon ran wide, tried to keep his foot on the floor, and unfortunately put in about 900 horsepower to 1,000 horsepower worth of F1 car on dust is not going to stick, and he ended up spinning and having a big accident in FP2. So there's a bit of a traffic jam here. A lot of them have come out pretty much all at the same time. I don't know why, but they're taking it very easy on their tyres, very slowly. So it must mean that that's abrasive surface. I mean, they're not in the softest range; they're in the middle of the range. But because of the way this circuit's been laid out, designed, built, it's been known to cause more than one pit stop. So they're trying to keep their tyres to last. Yeah, I mean, they added that track, but it really wasn't really much. To be honest, Marcus, it weren't great. To be honest, it wasn't. It just added time. Right, so instead of a 1:28.8, you'll get a 1:39.4. Right, it just added seconds on to a lap that really didn't need to be added. Right, it didn't really improve the racing that much because it was a really tight section. So yeah, this did. When I saw it addition to the calendar, and that's why they haven't been using it since 2010. I'll put the link in just again as well, and also I'll keep forgetting to remind everyone it is. This channel also now, like some other channels, have its own Flick app. So I will quickly, and here we go. Yeah, this, if you want to follow this link here, is where you can find my YouTube channel's own Flick app. It's got predictions for the football. I've done an Arsenal quiz that any Arsenal fans, right, it's 50 questions, a very tough questions in there. You can have a go at them, and loads of polls and discussion points, news points you want to raise. It's you can find it all on Flick. So download that and join the group. More than be happy to see you on there, and I'll try and get on there myself and share my views as well. And so yeah, and plus, as well as always, we are still at 760, and we're still trying to race them to £1,000, and I'm not stopping until we do get there. But if anyone can, I know it's Christmas, but if they can donate what they can to buy, or yeah, if you could download, if you could click on this link, it'll take you to the Just Giving page app, Just Giving page for Children's Liberties Foundation. We're at £760 already. we're trying to get to 1,000. Hopefully, we can do it before Christmas, which would be a nice Christmas present for the charity. I know it's Christmas and everything's a tight, but if you can donate what you can, right, even if it's very small, just anything, right, that would be means so much. Yeah, thank you for that. And so at the moment we've got Hamilton with a 28.3, Bottas 4 tenths down on a so Bottas is 4 tenths down, and then Verstappen is another 10th down. So I told you it was a bit of a scrappy lap. There's more time to be gained for that lap for Verstappen. But look at him out of traffic here. It's just up on the street. Went black second there. After 5 minutes to go of quali one, we've got Hamilton, Bottas, then Verstappen, Gasly fourth. Great qualifying that. Sainz in fifth with that battle for third in the constructors. Perez sixth, Ocon seventh, Albon eighth, Norris ninth, Vettel 10th. So obviously both Ferraris will need to go again as usual. Kvyat 11th, Ricciardo 12th, Giovinazzi 13th, Stroll in 14th, and Leclerc in 15th. And in the bottom five at the minute is Russell 16th, only a 10th off Charles Leclerc. So only a 10th off getting into quali two. So Williams got a chance here of getting Russell out of Q2. I'm not too sure about Latifi because he's last and he's 2.4 seconds down, so he's another 7 tenths behind Leclerc. But you got the two Hasses again, 18th, 19th, and Raikkonen 17th. Haas have had a very poor season this season, really poor. And no wonder that they're obviously trying to change drivers because of it. Whether it is down to the drivers, I don't know. But I think it's more down to the car, to be honest. So, drivers now coming out to do the last runs in this first part. Vettel's out. The two Hasses have come out. Kvyat's come out. Leclerc's come out. I think everyone from probably, well, even the Mercedes guys are going to come out. I don't know why that, but anyway, sometimes they do that just in case there's a real sort of pickup of in terms of track time, because sometimes the track can really start improving massively, and it can catch some drivers out, so it can catch the big guys out, but I don't think it will. But there's always that risk, so they'll probably do a lap, but probably end up boxing anyway. So, but then Verstappen hasn't gone out, or Gasly, or Sainz, or Ocon. I forgot to ask also your predictions for pole. Actually, who do you think will get pole this evening? Right, and like I said as well, if anyone wants to join, feel free to. Links in the description, in the chat. Right. But again, Perez in 6th with the racing point compared to Stroll 14th. So people might go on about Stroll getting pole, but it was Perez who got the podium and got the points. Right? It's all right getting poles in your career, but the race win's more important because that's what gives you the points you need to win the championship. And it just raised again why Perez is being dropped by Racing Point, which is going to become Aston Martin. We all know why, because he's been picked over Stroll's, because Stroll's got his dad investing in the team. Because if you pick them out of pure performance, Perez has done far more. So George Russell improves. He's up to 8th. Will he stay there? Vettel goes 6th fastest. Magnussen improves to 17th. Grosjean goes 18th. Leclerc goes to 6th. Kvyat goes to 8th. Giovinazzi improves to 14th. Raikkonen gets into 15th. Sixth for Ricardo. What's Stroll doing? Second. Albon will go 3rd. Perez stays 12th. So after all that, like I said, there was a chance for Russell to get out, and he's done. He's done that. Russell's got into 14th. So Williams have got Russell into 14th. So Hamilton, the lineup is Hamilton, Stroll, Albon, Bottas, Verstappen, Gasly, Sainz, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Vettel, Kvyat, Perez, Ocon, Russell, and Norris. The drivers who are eliminated out of Q1 were eliminated in Q1 are Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, then the 2 Hasses of Magnussen and Grosjean, then Latifi in 20th. It makes you wonder, should Latifi be dropped from Williams? Perez, I don't think should go to Williams. He's a much better driver than that, to be honest. Too good. I think he's too good for Williams. So yeah, predictions for Q2. Who do you think will be eliminated in the next stage of qualifying? All right, let us know. All right, if anyone wants to come on, come on. All right, I don't buy it. Just seeing Russell's lap here. It's not too bad, to be honest. All right, yeah, the car's not obviously like the Mercedes, obviously, but um, he's clearly out-qualified Latifi, he out-qualified Kubica last season. So, yeah, I mean, fair play to Russell as usual. You can, when you're in a team that's failing like Williams is, um, so yeah, when you're in a team like Williams and you're at the back of the grid, the only really comparison you can make is against your teammate. And Kubica, yes, people might say because of his accident he wasn't as fast, but he had the experience compared to Russell being in Formula One already. He was already a race winner in Formula One. So, and at one point was challenging in that Hamilton Massa Championship challenge, title battle. Sorry, until BMW decided they weren't going to invest any further in that year, in that car that year, so, which meant they dropped off. But um, yeah, and it shows again that Russell's got the pace if you give him the car. Right? And like I said, this year he's outdoing his teammate by far. Right? And every confidence he should. I think Russell just needs to get a good seat. Unfortunately, he's just in a situation where he's in a car that isn't going to show his talent. I mean, he's no slouch. I mean, you're not a slouch if you win the F2 Championship. Let's put it that way, especially the amount of competition that's in there. Right? I mean, look at the drivers that the drivers that went through with Russell into 2019 were Albon and Norris, and they were the ones who finished in the top three of their championship the year before in the F2 Championship. And Albon obviously is at Red Bull, and yes, he's not picking the same pace as Verstappen. I think that seat at the minute is a bit of a poison chalice for anyone who wants to go in there, like given like Verstappen at the minute, and it's always going to be tough trying to beat him as a teammate. But Norris, for example, you can see him in McLaren. He's getting podiums. He's um, with a half decent car, being able to pull out some amazing results. But unfortunately, with Russell, the only real result you can pull out is qualifying, and then in a race, hopefully, if it's a wet race and people spin out or make mistakes, he can get close to getting a point, and he has done on many occasions until something went wrong. Imola probably should have got one, but he made that stupid mistake and under the safety car. So yeah, it's a shame for Russell and Williams because they're a great name. They'll still be named Williams, by the way, when next season. We'll still see the name, but it will just be under different ownership. So yeah, so hopefully Williams with their new owners can get the money they need to get themselves back up the F1 tree. Right, as they all come out now in a queue, right, like queuing for the Dartford crossing. So, and then, right, Sainz, the two Mercedes behind them, and all this. Everyone else, everyone is on mediums apart from Gasly and Kvyat. Can they get through on the mediums? We'll wait and see, but obviously they want to try and get the mediums on because it gives you a better race strategy. Um, there's a better chance of maybe trying to do a one stop. Like I said, I still struggle to see it. I mean, last year it was a definite two stop, so I struggle to see it being a two stop in this one as well. So here we go again. Ricardo starts his flying lap. Right, we're gonna. It'll be interesting to see the times of the Alpha Tories. Um, and see if they go faster than any. There's a yellow flag here in sector one. There's an accident. Someone stopped out on circuit. It's either that or an accident. It's probably going to be a red card here. Red flag here. Right. No, Ricardo's literally about to finish. No. Oh, it was done. The ones definitely on the soft tyres are probably going to suffer with that. Carlos Sainz is no drive. Tyres are locked and there's no drive. Wow. If anyone wants to have their say on this, to jump on and to have you say. It's just ruined everyone else's lap. Might also get good penalty. Yeah, the Jibs mentioned if it's a problem with the. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the thing is that, yeah, everyone has put a lap in and they're all on a flying lap and they've lost their flying lap. The guys on mediums are not going to be too bad affected because they're on the medium tyre and they're going to last. They can do another lap or 2 laps, right? The ones on the soft, they're like, you've got to get that. When you're on that flying lap, you've got to get that lap in, right? That's the very best that you need. And after that, they're not going to last much another lap really, in terms of pure performance. So for the AlphaTauris, that sort of strategy with the red wall tire has just gone completely out the window. I will also say, by the way, guys, I do apologise for yesterday. We were supposed to start this new show, the Checker Flag show, but for some reason, my midline that I've had put in, my infusions at home, decided to bleed and blow and stop working, break basically. And instead of going to, I would have been okay, right? Because I would have just gone to the GP and had it done, and have it taken out. But the GP decided, no, we're not going to do that because of the risk of bleeding. We're going to send you all the way to hospital just to put pressure on it, which is what you do when you take a line out. Yeah, that's a doctor saying he can't take it out, right? Yet the nurse at the hospital can take it out and apply pressure, right? All because apparently I'm on heparin. BS, right? So I went all the way up there just basically to go to hospital. My science is out, mate. With gearbox issues. Russell's through. Right, jump on now if you Chris, if you're available now, jump on now, please. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm pissed off with yesterday because the doctor could have quite easily taken it out and applied pressure, but instead he didn't have the bottle, so he got me to go all the way to Norwich just to put a plaster on. To basically do what I could have done at home. No, I'm right. They sent me to A&E to have a plaster, right? A little small bandage, right? A little bit of gauze, right? Not a major medical emergency, right? Which is what they need to deal with, right? I mean, it was that easy to do. I was in and out of A&E in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Yeah, it's a record. Right. So I'm not annoyed. I'm not annoyed the fact I've lost my line, because Thursday I can just end up going to the hospital again and put a new one in, and we'll just go through it all over again. Right. And we'll just do it that way. So I haven't got a problem with that. It's the fact that I've had to put this on hold for no reason. Right. So, but like I said, I apologise. It's out of my control. Right. And that will be on Tuesday. It will be every Friday. But for this week, for this first show, it will be Tuesday, because this Friday coming, we've got Tottenham Arsenal preview. So, which should be good. So, and I think we've got Chris.
Yeah, brilliant.
How's yourself?
I was having a good day till that fucking day.
Oh, God, what happened?
Finished 1-1.
What,
And obviously,
Liverpool and
Brighton.
oh my,
Obviously,
where was it?
obviously
Anfield?
no, it's at the Amet Stadium.
Oh, is that the rock? Is that the fish and chip shop?
But bitter teeth, were you? Yeah, obviously chartered the man, making it 1-0 in 60th minute. But then Brighton that penalty in added time, 93rd minute.
Was it a pen? Be honest.
It was like the Man United and West Brom one. No, the West Brom penalty incident.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chris,
Ah,
what happened?
He's here. Art's here as well.
Oh,
But
God.
I think it
I
was
actually feel so bad for Liverpool. I honestly feel so bad. I was watching the game after half time. I was kind of like, rah, they're actually going to give a penalty. I was kind of like, shit.
you don't feel
Oh.
bad. You're a Man United fan.
No. I'm it's. I feel like these days a lot of people just watch the games that their teams aren't a part of. I was kind of like, yeah, this Brighton game looks pretty interesting. So obviously I predicted 2-1 Brighton. I thought they were just going to edge it with a penalty, and then they would just get a lucky goal at the end. But they got
Well,
a
they did
penalty
edge
to
it with
actually
a
draw the
penalty.
game. Yeah, they
Edge the
did.
equaliser.
They did. In my opinion, if it was a little bit harder and it was a more central hit on the foot, that would have been a penalty. In my opinion, that's not a penalty. That's not a penalty, because yes, it's Danny Welbeck, and I know he's injury prone, and that's one of his most weakest areas is his foot. But still, in my opinion, not a penalty, because I was watching the replay back. The view, you can see he just clips his foot like so ever slightly. But
Yeah.
if I was watching the game, I'd say yeah, that's my team player. I'd say yeah, that's a penalty. But it works both ways. So you have to say it is. But VAR is just fucking up our game, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I keep saying it's on blue in the face. It's not VAR. It's people that use technology. Right, the technology works. It works. It's just the people that use it. They don't know how to use it. Right, or don't want to. Right, or got to make it all about themselves. But anyway, the cars, everyone's come back out again now. We've had Sainz ruin everyone's first lap. Verstappen's now started his flying lap. Albon had a massive crash in FP2 yesterday. This was what I was going to mention on the Checker Flag show last night, until my midline decided to have its own crisis, and then the GP decided we're not going to have the bottle to take it out ourselves. We're going to send you all the way A&E. We're going to send you all the way A&E just to take it out and put a plaster on.
God's sake.
I know. It's 20, and it was literally, I was in there for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how simple it was. I mean, you could have done it at home.
But no, that the accident yesterday was pretty deep still. I was watching that. It's crazy. I wasn't expecting something big to happen like that, man. But, I don't really expect it to happen in that vision as well, because usually most of the accidents happen today on a Saturday. But bad things can happen. And
I mean, it was just, I think he tried to keep his foot on the floor. and obviously going through dust on in an F1 car, it ain't gonna stick.
Yeah.
But he did that. It's similar in China the season before. He did that in China as well. And he's because I remember Russell and Norris, because they're all good friends. They had bantered each other about how he held them. He's also just gone wide again there. I thought let's. It was so good the first time. Let's try again. But yeah, I said last year they were taking the piss of him last year because he did it last season. He said he's like number one at the top of the list for the most crash damage.
Yeah. That fucking idiot that was in your chat on the Hot Off the Press show talk about Formula One. Fucking idiot.
Oh, where is
Peter.
he? Where is he? Where
What a
are you? Where are you? This is the time you need to be coming out and backing your talk. Right? And by the way, mate, Hamilton's already 3 tenths up in both sectors.
I just don't know. Like, there's no one who comes close to Hamilton. That's just fucking stupid.
Right? No. But what's great about it is that Hamilton would never actually say that he's the greatest. He's himself.
Yeah.
He'd say people before him are so much better. Right? He'll still say Senna's better, though the records say otherwise. Right, and that's where the Vettel thing as well. The reason I like Vettel as a driver is he can come straight after you, even he's having the biggest rant about you all the time. He'll come straight to you and congratulate you on what you've done.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Right, so that's why I was glad to see him on the podium last 2 weeks ago. I thought if there's any driver I'd want Vettel to be on the podium with.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking boring afternoon. Just watching crap on the TV. I think me and the lads are gonna hit up Skype soon, just talk about football because most of them are Chelsea fans, and I think Alaba's coming to Chelsea. But you know, it's pretty clear. In my opinion, I feel like now that they've drawn against Liverpool, they've drawn against Brighton. I feel like Chelsea will win tomorrow, and then they'll take the lead by hand after a few more games. But it's going to be close between Liverpool, Tottenham, and Chelsea. I just feel like it's not too much of a thin division between everyone else. I feel like we know who's going to get relegated. I don't think Brighton are going to get relegated. I feel like the reason now that is because they have 14 points now. I think they have 14 points now. They had 4 losses, 4 draws, and 2 wins. And then obviously they haven't kept the clean sheet in a while, but that doesn't matter because the few teams below them have 4 teams. Like the team behind them have 4 points, bro. 4 points, and they have 14. So Brighton ain't getting relegated. Burnley are, Sheffield are, and that.
I'm not too sure about Sheffield United, right? I'm not too sure, right? Because Chris Wilder can pull it out the bag, right?
Yeah.
We know he can. They did it last season as well, but I think they're more having that sort of second season syndrome where it really hits them, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
So I still think they might be okay, but yeah, mine is West Brom, Fulham, and then it's between Sheffield United, Brighton, and a few others as well.
Yo, Chris and Matt, come on, man, come on.
Yeah.
There's Chris Davis in chat as well. Chris Davis is also in chat. Chris Davis, come on, man.
Yeah, Chris, man, come on. By the way, what I said earlier, right? Of course, it's in the card, mate.
Yeah, I hear you, but I don't think Brighton will get relegated because they have Mopai and Welbeck up front now. They're actually doing pretty well together. Decent partnership.
I hope you get relegated.
Yeah, the thing is, last season they should have got relegated and they didn't. They were playing horrible. But I'll say this now: they should have beat us. They should have beat Man United. Obviously, they should have beat us, or we should have just got a draw from it. Because
I love it how you say where they played horrible last season. We lost them both home and away.
Yeah, but they did. Yeah, but they did play bad last season. They did play shit last season, but they're playing better right now. They are playing better right now. As soon as Welbeck comes into the team, they play better. Facts. They haven't lost a game with him in the team yet. Standard, man. They won 2-1 and they've drawn again.
Yeah.
And I think they tied 0-0. Yeah, 0-0 in his first game. Obviously, his movement off the ball was pretty good. Movement on the ball was pretty well, as we already know, because I watched all the ex-United players, and I feel like he's matured since he's gone to Watford. Because at Arsenal, he wasn't too mature, just
Yeah.
wasting chances. As soon as he goes to Watford, he's acting like a proper vet, man, and I rate it because he is a talent, but the injury has just completely fucked up his career. And now I feel like he's in the late stages of his career, he can actually do something, actually prove the haters wrong. Because there's a lot of talent. But
You better hurry up, mate. It's like you got 20 minutes of qualifying after this.
yeah, hurry up, right?
What,
Yo,
12 minutes of qualifying after
Matt,
this,
hurry
mate.
up,
That's
mate.
it. But yeah, who do you think's gonna get knocked out here? Right? Hamilton. It would be funny. You get knocked out to like finish just for argument's sake, and then wins the race the next day.
Oh yeah, then that idiot will come on, Peter, won't he?
Yeah.
For the qualifying 2 knockout.
I'm still waiting for the investigation.
Oh my God, Ferrari are so dead.
Yeah. Oh my life. I mean, the fact that you've got a Ferrari driver watching the rest of qualifying at Monza, at Parabolica, that's a crime, right? Thank God there weren't fans in Monza, because that is criminal, right? They've been murdering the team principal.
Yeah.
But
fucking. Oh, the Liverpool fans are going to be vexed, man. Oh, Ram's going to be on the terrace tonight saying, but they can only win by a penalty, but they can only draw by a penalty. Thing is, right, if that happened to one of your players, I guarantee you, if it was disallowed, he'd say that's a massive penalty. That's what he'd say. He's that deluded. I'm trying to say that fucking man. But lads, you can understand what I'm saying. Though. If it happens to one of your players, you're gonna back it, isn't it?
well,
I'm trying to say.
I mean, if I saw it, and this person initially see it, I'm going to see that as a penalty.
Yeah.
Right. Now it's like that one. I think it was the one that during the Man United's last game.
Against West Brom.
He went to West Brom, and they fouled the West Brom man just before the penalty for Man United, and I sat there. Well, that's a penalty. But actually, when I then watched it again and again and again and again, he just caught the ball.
Yeah.
Just.
Exactly.
So I was like, yeah, okay. And then it's one of those I'd have to see it again.
Stephen, the thing is though, last Saturday was a mismatch of a week, with the games, because the thing is, the late Brighton decision. The late Brighton decision when they nearly got when Aston Villa nearly got a penalty, that was complete bullshit because the guy got the ball. Then it happened in our game as well with Bruno, and then it happened I think it happened in the City game as well when they nearly got a goal back. It was going to be a penalty. They didn't get a goal back because it wasn't counted because the guy got the ball clearly. It's because of these fucking shit camera views, man. You need to get one in the centre of the pitch where the prime fans can sit literally straight forward and see the whole game on the touchline. There's no point doing it on the fucking perpendicular angle where it's literally near the post.
They say they're using the monitors, right? But they only show like one angle.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to sit whereas in rugby when they go to a monitor, you see it and all the fans can see it for a start, and you see multiple angles all the time. Right, before they come to a decision. I'd rather sit there for another minute looking at multiple angles and get the decision right rather than fuck the game up completely.
Yeah, but in my
unless
opinion,
it's blatant, then it's
it's blatant. Yeah, but the thing is though, today was blatant. It was just soft. It looked soft, but I assure you it hurt. I am assure you it hurt because, bro, like literally his foot, literally in the air, as if. Obviously, imagine that he's under, his foot is touching the floor, right? Touching a flat surface. You take away the flat surface, it's literally right where the muscle is, and it's literally gone right in there, like this, like literally this literally the front of the boot is literally gone right into his ankle. So I don't blame him for being in so much pain. It's Danny Welbeck, man. Like he gets injured very quickly. It's not his fault. It's not his fault, but it's because of his height and his weight as well as that. And the thing is, with his foot, it's always exposed to people. That's why he gets injured all the time. But I loved his goal against the Villa, man. That was a quality goal. I think it's one of the best this season so far. I think it will
Do
be
you know
one of
what?
the
I
best
love
as
this.
well.
Sorry, I just have to interrupt. I love it
You
when they
go on.
do this, is when they do a comparison. You see, they're doing a comparison between Verstappen's lap and Hamilton's lap, right?
Yeah,
And they're showing why there's that always like why Hamilton gets that little bit extra, or where Hamilton gets, or where Verstappen gets a bit extra. Is that
yeah,
Verstappen's trying to be aggressive and use the curbs a lot. The problem with
mm,
that is you can easily unstable the car, right? And it makes it more difficult to straighten the car up and bit the power down to get out the corner. Whereas Hamilton, he squared it off a bit and made it like sort of less of an angle, right? And then turns in so he doesn't clips the apex, but doesn't clip
yeah,
the curb. So it doesn't unsettle the car. So the car's settled enough to be able to get out the corner and put the
yeah. I hear
power
you.
down a
Yeah,
lot earlier. And that's those little differences. It's just those little things that Hamilton makes a note of. He always takes notes of, and
yeah,
that's why you see Senna doing those sort of laps and Schumacher doing those sort of laps, as well as Hamilton. Is that they take all those little details and they
yeah.
put it all together in one lap.
Where's that? Where's that dickhead? That though. The hello, it's
Oh,
me
he's
guy.
bottled it. He's bottled it. Right?
No,
He's bottled it.
there's two idiots that need to come back on. The hello, it's me guy, right? The guy that was anonymous, the guy that showed that top, right?
He's not coming yet. Oh no, him. No, but there was another one. No, there's another one. There's another one as well.
It
Right,
was Nick
but
in chat, isn't it? In the press show,
no, there
he
was
was there.
another. Yeah, it was no. I don't think it was him exactly, but he just like told someone on the show he tried to be offensive to someone on the chat. So someone on the show. So I'm not having that. Right, my show's trying to raise awareness. It's not trying to be disrespectful to other people.
Yeah, I hear that.
Right, I'm not having people disrespect it, whether it's a joke or not.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. It's just that guy in chat the other week, dickhead, fucking. So the hot off the press show, Steve, talk about fucking Formula One, man. That guy came in chat saying Hamilton's not the best because he hadn't won one trophy, bruv.
Oh my
The brothers won
god!
the most trophies, man. You know what I'm trying to say?
It's
Fucking
funny,
hell, man.
like, do you know what's funny is that this guy's only turned up since Hamilton's won the title.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, I'll go cry in your little bowl. Right, go drown your sorrows. Right, you know. Right, it's just like one of those. You see this? Look, it's the world's smallest violin.
It's because he's not the favourite either, is he? As in F1. Yeah, everyone has the favourites, like Michael Schumacher and all that. But Lewis Hamilton
Yeah,
can get
but
all the
if he
credit.
actually listens to what I say about Schumacher, 'cause he goes on about Mick Schumacher. So if he actually sat down and educated himself about what I say, is that when I grew up, I watched Schumacher, right? And I thought he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. My dad actually hated him for what he did in 94 and 97, right? But bit like how like Diego Maradona, we go, he's the second best football player in the world, but to the English, he's a fucking twat. Right?
He is a twat,
For
though.
what he
He
did with the
was.
hand. Yeah, for what he did to the hand of God thing, and then has admitted it. So,
Cheat.
yeah, I know, but it's like with Schumacher as well. Is that he cheated, but I loved every single minute of it because
Yo,
it
Matt,
was
hurry up, man.
me.
Yo, Matt, hurry up, bruv. Like, you ain't going live with Prime for another 3 hours, bruv. You might as well come on
Yeah,
for a
Matt,
bit.
come on.
Oh, but honestly, I'll be honest with you now,
Here,
yeah.
this midfield battle. Look at this midfield battle. Is a Racing Point 154, McLaren 149, Renault 136, and even now Ferrari with that result in Turkey
Jesus.
Yeah,
130. I don't see
but
Ferrari. To be honest, unless it rained yesterday, right, and changed the channel.
Yeah. Steven, I'll tell you this
But
now, right? Steve,
yeah,
brother, you're lagging.
what?
Is he lagging for you, Chris?
He's Jordan.
I pass. I ain't got no. I sorry. I'm still netted from last night.
Right,
Hey,
Steve.
Matt.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yeah,
Brother, you're lagging.
I'm lagging.
Huh?
What? Oh,
Is he lagging, Chris?
He's Jordan. Oh my god.
I pass. I ain't got no.
Matt, you got the
Oh
stream
my
playing
God.
on your PC, mate. Turn it down.
Yeah, turn the bloody stream off, will ya? Right, listen to myself once is good enough.
I forget. I'm watching your stream and then I'm like, go straight into it. And I'm like, I'm actually watching it as well. Shit. Sorry.
Why am I that infatuating?
Mate, I've got to have you on twice, like, just so I can definitely hear what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Let me get to my point though. I want to go back to tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, big games are ahead in the EPL, right? We have United versus
Which one?
Southampton. I feel like United will win that one. Then we have Arsenal versus Wolves, and guess who you have after that game? You lot have Spurs the next weekend, man.
We're fine.
You lot are done at here. You lot are done at here, bro.
No, hang on. I will say this. Everyone will come into that because everyone went into it last time. Everyone went in about how Mourinho was dead. Arsenal are doing well, right? They're going to steamroll this thing. And look what Mourinho did, right? Now Tottenham protocol quite easily steamroll us at the minute, right?
Yeah.
I'm real enough to admit that, right? I'm not stupid, right? Unlike some people that don't want to accept anything. But I will say is that with the North London derby, no matter what's going on around it, right? 17-18, I remember we beat them 2-0 at the Emirates when we were going through apparently turmoil, absolute shit, dog shit. And they were apparently going towards another title challenge, right? And so what I'm saying is that no matter what's going on, you can't ever tell with a North London derby.
No.
I mean, we were invincible. Yes, we got a point, and we only got a point out of White Hart Lane. We won the title, but we only got a point at White Hart Lane. So we were a bit blatant as invincibles, and they were stuck in 14.
Yeah, but Stephen, when you lot lost to Tottenham, right? Ty said it's like losing to Barnsley.
Do you ever listen to what that guy's got to say? He's a lovely guy, but I'm sorry, he's an idiot.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. You have to be honest here. When you guys played Mould, right? He actually did talk a lot of sense. Let's be honest. In his interview, he actually did talk a lot of sense. Only 5 dislikes in that video.
To find a club that actually he can talk about is actually that shit.
No. He's talking about how to approach the next game. That's what he obviously was talking about. A lot of people clocked onto how how well presented it was, because he said, yes, you guys like Wolves. Obviously, they are a good team, but in my opinion, you guys are going into that game the underdogs. Realistically, you guys are, and he actually admitted that.
Hang on, Hamilton's coming across the line now. Should go fastest with this lap. 1:27.6. But Verstappen is at 27.8. Right.
I'll say this now.
Round one.
I'll say this now because Matt's here, right? United will slap up Southampton tomorrow. If we get the midfield right, if we play Fred, Bruno, and fucking Van der Beek, because Pogba and McTominay, I know you saw it, Matt. They're out. Pogba and McTominay, they're out, and I'm glad that they are. Well, I'm not glad that they are because I don't wish injuries on people. I'm glad that Oli doesn't have to keep messing up the midfield, because if he plays Matic tomorrow, I'm not gonna watch. I'm just not gonna be happy. I'm not gonna be happy because what's Matic done? Like, what's he done? Like, does he deserve to start? He doesn't really, does he? And I feel like Fred deserves to start, hands down. We can't even say he doesn't. Bruno always starts, and Van der Beek, he's earned his place in the squad now. So I ain't hearing no crap from fans saying, "Oh, be positive because Matic is starting." What the fuck can an old man do for us, bro? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I, I like Matic, I like him, but he's just not on the same level as Bruno, Van der Beek, and Fred. And it's just facts now, man. The stats say otherwise as well, and he's just not a backbone. It's like really, sometimes it's like having 10 players on the field when he plays. You know, like fucking hell. It's stupid. It's stupid. Like, you put him in there, you go on the CDM role. You're meant to be the backbone. You have Kante, he's a backbone, and you have Van der Beek and Fred, who were the backbones of our game against the Turk against Istanbul. But you don't have that with Matic anymore. He's not a backbone. It's like you rely on Maguire to be the guy that feeds the ball into the attackers, and he's on the field. So I ain't having that, man. You better be Van der Beek, Fred, and Bruno tomorrow, or I'm gonna be vexed.
You're going to be vexed.
I bet Chris is not too happy just talking about Man United. He's sitting there. He just drew 1-1 as well with Brighton.
He's trying to concentrate. He's doing what I'm doing, which is ignore the football and concentrate on the F1. It's more. Like, we're not
tell you what. Tell you what,
I'm
fuming at the moment. After that, then.
I'm not pretty happy though. Like, it's kind of like playing Monopoly, isn't it? Once the game's over, you put the game back in the box, you put it in the cupboard, and that's it. Carry on, isn't it? So well done for that. Some Liverpool fans are probably raging now and throwing bricks through windows and all sorts.
Matt, you're talking about Monopoly, right? Right. That's the wrong club, mate. The wrong club is the light blue shirt. That's Monopoly.
Yeah, but in my opinion, though, Liverpool were poor today, and Brighton took advantage of that.
Yeah.
I feel like in both of the starts of the half. So in the first half, at the start of that, Brighton were poor, but then they developed into the game after like 10, 15 minutes. Then same thing with the second half. I feel like Mopai, the missed penalty was embarrassing, but if that was Welbeck or Grob taking it, I feel like they would have probably scored it.
Oh, did Mopai miss a penalty?
Mopai did miss a penalty, yeah.
Oh, didn't.
And I feel like Welbeck would have netted that in. Why not just give him 2 goals? You're not trying to say, I'm trying to say, man. You could have given him 2 goals today, really. Or you could have given Grob 1 and given Welbeck 1, because what I would have done is I would have let Welbeck take the first penalty. That would have been a goal. Easy, hands down. We know how good he is at taking penalties. But Mopai, in my opinion, is not a penalty taker. And he shouldn't have been on responsibility, because, in my opinion, Welbeck, in my opinion, is their best player. And I'm just saying, I'm not just saying that because he's an ex-United player. It's facts. He's the best player when he's fit. Because that game against Villa defined that as well. Look at the stats, man. This guy's had fucking 9 touches per game in opposition's box. Salah's had 10. That's 1 under a world class player.
The rest of the drives are coming out now, so just give it the rest of this session, then we can carry on with the football conversation. But
No.
I'll tell you who I've been. I'll tell you who I've been. I tried to reach out to the F1 commentator, which is Crofty, on Instagram, about this channel, and like to try and sort of do a shout out or something. And he actually has contacted me back as well.
I'm getting a call. 1 second, I'll be back.
Can I just say a joke that I heard? Apparently Liverpool wanted Neil at Liverpool, but he didn't agree on the contract wages. He wanted more pay.
Oh my god.
This one's always the best. And I was like, oh my god.
But like I said, he's I asked him to do a shout out if he was doing a commentary. I don't know if he did or not, but he contacted me back to say keep fighting, and checked on how I am actually, so which is very nice, because I sent him pictures. Yeah, this was a couple of weeks. Yeah, a couple of weeks, but yes, between these 2 Grand Prix, right? And because I sent him pictures of because we went and did an F1 experience. The F1 experiences, they let you do like a package where you can go a Q&A with a driver in Paddock Club, go Paddock Club for an evening. Depends on what package you get. You can go visit the track. There's paddock tours. It all. Yeah, if you look it up, there's loads of things you could, in a package that you can do. And the only thing we missed out on probably was the paddock tour, but we did like championship trophy photo as well. And whilst we did a podium photo, I can send them all via Instagram. I think they're all on my Instagram account anyway. But the ones I did send, we were doing the championship photos, and he came in and saw us. No, he came on the circuit and saw us lot in our group because there was other people doing it, and he did photobomb one guy, and he was about to walk off, and I just shouted, "Oi, Crofty, get it!" It was like, I ain't having you come away. Get a picture.
Right.
Yeah, I think he also signed my autograph book as well. So
Lewis Hamilton, like his dad lives like 5 minutes down the road from me. It's pretty cool. We go to our local pub, and like Hamilton's been in there a few times with his ex-girlfriend Nicole. Whatever.
Oh, honestly, if that's the case, could you tell me that like there's a guy who's like has had 3 transplants during his career out when he's had 6, right? And being able to watch him on the TV and keep fighting and use my rise as his motto, right? There's like helped me with my recovery.
Yeah, definitely. Like if I ever bump into him, I've seen him in there, but he always gets crowded out. It's like Diego Maradona, Naples. Do you know what I mean? You just can't get near the guy. Shouts out to Diego Maradona, rest in peace.
Yeah, cheap.
He was a cheat, yeah, indeed. Stephen, I wanted to ask you about Formula One.
Like Schumacher, though. It's like Schumacher, though.
What? He's a cheat.
Yeah, Schumacher cheated as well. He didn't do it a number of times. Yes.
Steve?
Yes. Right.
Oh, yes.
Verstappen love boys. Fuck off. Right. Who's pole again? Right. Doesn't even have to prove it. Who is he? It's Hamilton. Good night.
Ain't no stopping him now. Right. Before the start.
Ain't no stopping him now. We're on the groove.
What got you into Formula One, Stephen? Like, when did it start for you? When did you?
I just started watching it with my parents at an early age, and because I like the colour red, because obviously I was an Arsenal fan at the time, right? And Schumacher was wearing a red helmet in 2000 in a red car, so that's why I started my love affair with Schumacher at the time. But funny was the thing is, one time the 2005 season, I knew the car was crap, and I went in my pub with my dad, and they'd always put a bet on the start of the season, right? His mates would. And he asked me, he said, go on in, as like a joke, who's going to win the title this season? I went, Alonso. They were like, because they knew I was a Schumacher fan. They were like, what? I said, Alonso, the car's crap this year. Right? And he actually put a bet based on what I said. And he won. And I ain't seen no money out of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he took your advice and left, mate. He's like, I've got the money now.
But yes, Hamilton pole, Bottas second. I think Albon got third.
Did he?
Oh, Albon got third ahead of. Whoa.
That's gonna be interesting if he can keep it up in the weights.
Verstappen did get third.
Oh, pretty hell! What's he insane?
I wonder if he's going to find a recycling bin anywhere.
Oh my.
You know what I mean? But apparently now there's some excuse about the fact of his the angle of the wing, which was harming him during the Turkish Grand Prix, or
Who's
maybe
that?
the fact he was
Who's that,
Verstappen. Yeah, apparently there's something wrong. Like the wrong angle was making him suffer a little bit during the Grand Prix, right? But it was benefiting him in other places. But I was like, nah, it's just because he was shit. He spun. He made mistakes. Whoever
yeah.
didn't make mistakes would win the Grand Prix. And Hamilton made one mistake at the start of the Grand Prix, and that was it. And he only went wide, and that was it. And that was all it came down to. Who made the least mistakes?
Do you ever remember much about Ayrton Senna, Stephen?
Nah, because I mean I was born in October '94. So, but I've watched the film. I've watched races that he's been in, and qualifying sessions he's been in, and just yeah, unreal. I mean,
remember-
88. I mean, 1988. You're going up against who was already 2 times world champion, Alain Prost, right, in qualifying, and you qualify 1.5 seconds in front of him in the same car. In a circuit where if you get it wrong, could literally be dead in the barriers.
It was his for me, like, well, I remember watching it live when he crashed. I was a little kid, and I was really into it because my old man's into Formula One, like he has been for many years. And it shocked me as a kid, you know what I mean, to see such a horrific thing, and like, you know, pulling him out of the car and that. I remember it, and like it shook me up.
That's the thing. I mean, when it happened to Jim Clark, it's the thing with it's happened. It's like with the same with Ayrton Senna is that if he could do it, anyone can, and no one was safe.
Someone died the day before, didn't they? In the
Roland Ratzenberger, yeah, he was, and what they found in the car apparently of Senna was an Austrian flag, because he was going to come out the car and wave an Austrian flag for Roland Ratzenberger.
Looking at
Barrichello ended up in hospital with a broken nose, with a massive accident, but as well in that. It's just that whole weekend was just fucked up. It was just a completely one you want to forget. But then you can't forget.
I think that sums the difference now. Right.
I think, yeah, and I think
like F1 right now, there's more safety. They got the safety around it.
Yeah.
Like in the Senna days, there was really no safety. If you crash, it is a big accident you could really have. And unfortunately, that's what happened.
I bet you this is ads. Hella. No.
Have you ever watched,
He's ads.
Yeah, it's ads.
Get out of it. It's ads. I saw your fucking logo, mate.
You know, the execution are waiting to like chop off someone's head. Is it Southampton's head?
Are they gonna Solskjaer?
Is that actually ad?
Well, it came up as his logo. Oh no, it's someone else now.
It isn't ads. No, that's not ads.
Well, it was earlier. Well,
Who's that?
If he's not going to show his face, he's not coming on. So.
That's CFC. No, it ain't, is it? CFC TV.
I don't know. If he actually like wants to talk, then talk. But otherwise, don't worry.
Grim Reaper out of the Muppets Christmas Carol doesn't say anything, just points.
Yeah.
So the elephant man, would I say? Having the elephant head.
I think he's trying to say something, but I can't be asked to put him on.
I'll do it, mate. It'll be funny.
Should we do it for a laugh?
Try and get him. Let's get something out of him. Let's.
Right.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? You all right?
Mm.
Thumbs up. That's a weird thumb you got there. Is that a glove you got on? Is that a sock on your hand? What is it? Finger now.
Talk about one of charity channel.
How you doing, mate? Are you enjoying the F1?
Enjoying life. I know
Mm.
life's pretty crap right now, but we make the best of it.
Mm.
So, what football team do you support?
Liverpool.
Ah, Liverpool. Right. What did
Liverpool.
you make? What did you make of today's result?
Mm.
Thumbs down. Not happy
Yeah.
about it. I
I
think
still think the title race though. That's sad, don't know. It's sad.
I get it in the supermarket when I'm asking, someone at the counter something, and I'm like,
Oh no, it's annoying, isn't it? It's like, especially when the fact it just doesn't stay above your nose as well, so it just keeps falling down.
Mm.
Right, but then it's better than staying indoors all day.
it's like Skeeter, isn't it, on the Muppets? It's like, like Chewbacca. You don't know what you know what he's saying, but you don't. Yeah. What would you call that on your hand there? That is a sock, isn't it?
Aye, Mick Foley soft.
Yeah, don't put it.
It's a go. Because that's like English. No English.
There's
No
no speaking
English.
love.
No English.
Ah, where are you from?
Oh,
From Germany.
Jersey.
Germany.
Oh, Germany.
Germany.
How's
Jurgen.
how's
I'm
Germany?
only decided this because they told me to because of Corona.
Well, I think
It's
you've
not. I think, mate, you can't catch it virtually. You know that.
yeah, it's not her.
Right.
Hmm?
Like, I mean, I don't have to dress like this at home.
Yeah, you're all right to take that off
Yeah.
on your own. 2 meter distance, like you're all good, mate. How about the eyes, mate? At least show us your eyes.
I have no eyes. Not speaking English.
No, that's got eyes. Let's see your eyes.
No speaking
Oh, God.
English. No speaking English.
Well, we can't help you then because I'm not a translator.
No speaking English.
Anyway, thanks for coming on. Anyway, yeah, tomorrow is the Grand Prix itself. Race start at 2:10. Hold look at all those games tonight. We got Everton, Leeds, West Brom, Sheffield United, Southampton, Man United, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, Wolves.
No speaking English.
Well, you speak. You just
Well, I'm
said
sorry, mate. This is I can't only speak English. There we are.
No fuck you.
you spoke English. You just spoke
No
English.
English. No
You just-
English though.
Well,
You know-
that's English.
Because my dad is from France. In
That's
Germany.
You're doing very well.
Well, you're doing very well because you just managed to answer that in English.
It's very cold here in Germany.
Oh, there you go. Look, it's coming to you like a second nature.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing how you can't speak English.
You can. You're very good at it, mate. Carry on.
No speaking English.
I like that song. It's a very good song.
No speaking English.
Yeah. Anyway, Matt. Was it Man United, Southampton? What time that game kicks off?
Oh my god. You know
2
what?
o'clock. 2 o'clock tomorrow, is it?
Yeah. It's
2 o'clock. Yeah. Right. So, I'll keep an eye on that whilst I'm watching the Grand Prix. So I've got that, and then I've got the game on Arsenal Wolves will be 7:15. So if you guys are free for that, that's no worries.
No speaking English, you guys. I'm not speaking English.
Yeah.
Just mute that guy now, mate.
Yeah. Bye. Missing you already, mate.
How did he get? I ask you, Stephen. How on earth how did he get your link to come on? Was it through in the?
Look, yeah. At the minute, I usually if some people like to come on and actually have their say. Like Laurie came on the other day and had his say. So I put the link in the chat, and usually most people that come on, they're fine. You just get some idiots.
He has a really good good opinions on a lot that we were talking about. I really
know,
like.
and this was the fact that he apparently speaks no English, but all of a sudden, within the space of 2 minutes, it's like he's been to 10 English lessons.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it? Well done to you, mate. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on and giving us your opinion. I'm taking the right ads. It's fucking ads. It's seen that. It's fucking ads. It's just the same logo.
Ads?
I'm gonna kill him. But yeah, right. So yeah, I've got the Grand Prix later. That's you, mate.
No, what?
That is you.
What?
It
Just
is weird.
now.
He went and then came back after he.
What?
Right, that guy, hello, it's me, right? It had your logo, this one.
No,
and then
what?
It had...
First of all, I was on the phone, so explain to me what's just happened. I don't know what's been going on. I've literally just come off the phone, and second of all, I've literally just come home from the fucking shop, mate. That's facts.
Put your cam on, ads.
I don't need to put my cam on because my hair's fucked up right now. Just about to go for a trim anyway.
I bet it is with that mask on and all that.
No, it isn't me, man. I'm honestly telling you. Like, from my heart, it's not me. Because I wouldn't do that.
I don't care. It was comedy anyway.
It was good, yeah.
I would not do that. No, honestly, I would not do that. No, that's not me. It's not me. I would not do that. Well, wait, one second. First of all, I don't even know what's been going on. Like, what even happened? I was literally, I had to turn my phone off because.
This guy came on
outside,
saying he couldn't speak English, but apparently he could speak quite easily.
What did he
when
look
you
like?
asked him question, just completely covered.
Prick.
I know,
Stephen, man. Stephen. You need to, Stephen. Where did these people get the link?
Look, I put the link in the chat because most people that come on in the chat, right, are good, honest people who like to share their opinion, right? I mean, that's how Chris managed to get on the channel as well, through the link, right? So that's why I do it. I think, Matt, you came on probably, I think, via the link, by putting the link in the chat, because I didn't know you exactly either, did I? Right? It wasn't until you came on that I found you on your channel, and
I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I actually brought Matt on. I actually said, "Yo, there's this guy."
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's by me sending the link, and then right. So that's how I usually do that. So, obviously, when things get even better, then maybe it'll be just for certain times. But yeah, you just get some idiots. But there you go. Right, it's comedy hour anyway. So.
Wait, what? No, but honestly, tell me, what did I miss though? Because actually, no, generally, on my
honestly, apparently he's from Germany. His dad's from France, right? He can't speak a word of English, but apparently But I can completely understand what he's saying because I can't speak a word of German and French, right? But I can work out he's from France. He's from Germany, and his dad's from France, and it's really cold out there.
Idiot.
I know, but. Yeah, so like I said, I've got the live watch along for the race tomorrow. Arsenal Wolves 7:15. So I hope you guys are free for that.
Should be.
That's if Matt, you're not too late.
I'm going live with Prime in like half an hour. We're doing a chat about life. That'll be good. It's gonna be good.
No, lads. Honestly, that was not me.
I'm having a break. Yeah, I'm having. It's all right. No, we know it weren't. So
you're cool.
But yeah, I'm leaving that out. I'll put that with Prime another time.
Can I tell you something though? I'll tell you this now. A guy was having the same problem. People are using his name to cover up the fact that they don't want to get caught. That's why. When that first guy came in, that squeaky guy the other day, right? He cropped my name from a video, added it as his, and then he actually had his own picture ready. And the reason I could tell you why that is because he had his own picture already. He didn't have mine, and I asked him afterwards, "Yo, show my picture if you have it." He didn't have it because he's on mobile, and he can only have the anonymous one and the Liverpool picture. It's a troll. He took my name,
Yeah.
and I confronted him about it. I said, "Did you take my name?" He said, "Yeah." Oh, I was pissed because I was kind of like, "Yo, don't take my name and just like try to ruin my friendship with you guys on this channel because I ain't gonna have that." And this fucking guy. I don't know. I need to watch the replay back. I don't know what's been going on. Did I miss something good or was it just annoying?
Yeah, it's all right. After it won't. We probably thought initially it was, but then, like when he was just being a bit of a prick, we were like, yeah, he ain't ads. To be honest, right? We really wouldn't be here anyway. So yeah. So, but don't worry about it. Right? Right? Nothing. No harm done. But yeah. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, sweet.
Tomorrow.
Then Arsenal get rocked. I will.
That's right. But anyway, yeah, I'm hoping this package that's just arrived is the PS5 that I've been waiting for. Right, they've
Wait, you have a
apparently been
PS5?
lost
You
in
have a PS4? You have a PS4?
what?
You have a PS4 already?
I have a PS4 already, but then I was getting a PS5. You Christ!
He said you do.
Right, sometimes I just want to give her the headphones and just start taking over.
Who?
Right,
Who?
Mum.
Get her on the
Right,
camera.
right. She doesn't want the camera on her, but she'll probably make comments during the stream. But
Comedy hour.
what?
It's the comedy hour. We got to have that sort of interaction, We just had a
We've
guy
got-
with his hands. Like that can't get any worse, can it?
Yeah.
Me and Jem are doing a preview tonight for all the games tomorrow. So yeah, we'll definitely give you a shout out on there, lads. Yeah, man. Appreciate
Give us a shout out there. Obviously go to subscribe to GNA TV, doing good content on there. Subscribe to the Football United TV match channel as well.
Yep.
And yeah, Chris, will hopefully. You said you got Carlo, ain't you?
No, I'm my
tomorrow?
awful time.
Right, you got.
Well, I need someone to cheer me up this weekend.
Well, we can always watch. You can always watch like comedy hour on the F1. So right, but yeah, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow with my streams tomorrow, and hopefully get this new show on Tuesday that I was supposed to do yesterday. Get it done on Tuesday, and then do it from the following Friday after that. So
Yeah.
Like, bearing no more hiccups, shall we say? I know it's a nightmare at times, but thanks for all coming on, guys, and yeah, anyone in the chat, subscribe if you're new, leave a like on the video as always, and like I said, we'll be back tomorrow.